Hello YouTube. Today I'm going to be seeing which one of these used depreciated luxury cars is the best buy. We have an Acura TLX on the right and a Lincoln MKZ on the left. Both are 2015s, both are mid-size, and both can be had for about $15,000 Canadian. Let's see which one is the better buy. Hit that subscribe button and show your support to my channel. It has grown a lot and it's all thanks to you guys for your continuous support. Let's get right into the video, shall we? Starting off with the exterior, I really like the way the TLX looks, especially its brake lights on the rear end. I like the LED treatment that's going on there. It's not a full LED light like the Lincoln MKZ, but it's still, I think I really like the look. A little bit more than the Lincoln. You can see it's has an athletic look to it compared to the Lincoln, which goes for a smoother look. Both are very nice, but I think I have to give it for the TLX in this case. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Looking at the side of these two vehicles, I do prefer the side profile of the MKZ a bit more. It has a smoother look overall, and it's just smooth and sexy. That's how I would describe it. Whereas the Acura TLX, it just looks a little chunky on the side. It's not my preferred style, but it is favored toward the sportier end of things. The wheels look very nice on the Acura. I believe they are 18-inch wheels. On the MKZ, they're 19-inch wheels. But just look at this front end. It's very aggressive, very in your face, while still looking classy at the same time. The front grille kind of reminds me of the ILX. This is technically a bigger version of the ILX, but I wish they did a different job differentiating those two vehicles. The MKZ just stands apart. It looks apart, and it doesn't share any looks with other vehicles. I believe Acura was one of the first vehicles to have those dual eye LED lights, and that's the case with the TLX. It has those dual eye LED lights, which look amazing in my opinion. And the MKZ has LED headlights as well, and there is a newer TLX that just passed by over there. But anyways, getting back on track, the MKZ is a bit taller and longer, but it doesn't necessarily translate into larger space inside, which we will discuss further into the video. Something that I was surprised not to see on the TLX was a power operating trunk. It's all manual, which is kind of a shocker, I guess, but on the Lincoln you have an automatic trunk open and close. So with the press of a button you can close and open the trunk. But revealing the trunk, there's not that much space in the MKZ because of its hybrid battery, and the opening is quite small as well. But if you take a look at the TLX, there's no power trunk operation here, but it does offer more space and a wider opening. Best part is you can fold down the rear seats on both vehicles, so that's a big plus. The front hood is held up by a strut on both these vehicles, but what we care about is what's inside. The Acura has its 3.5-liter V6 engine with 290 horsepower. There's no turbos or superchargers, just raw power, and it's a very peppy engine, yet smooth. The Lincoln MKZ has a 2-liter Atkinson cycle engine producing 188 horsepower with the help of a 1.4 kilowatt-hour battery back in the trunk. Yes, it's a hybrid, but you save a lot at the pump. Both these cars run on regular fuel, but on the Acura, premium fuel is recommended. You do have the option to get a 3.7-liter V6 engine on the Lincoln to match the power of the TLX. However, it's tightly packed and it has an internal water pump, which is a nightmare to change. The hybrid system on the MKZ is very reliable, and it might tie in terms of reliability compared to the Acura's V6. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Taking a look at the interior of the Lincoln MKZ, the exterior swoopy design carries into the inside as well. We have a very smooth flowing dash with very minimum buttons in the car. There's not that many buttons, it's all touch capacitive, so that might be a deal breaker for some people, but many modern day cars, this is the case. In many modern day cars, it's all touch capacitive and whatnot. But what you don't get in the TLX is this massive panoramic sunroof. So this is exclusive for the MKZ, and it was advertised as the largest opening glass roof in its class. Taking a look at the interior of the Acura TLX, the dash design is vastly different from the Lincoln MKZ. We have two screens going on, lots of buttons and knobs, which is something I prefer, but I don't really find the dash layout aesthetically pleasing compared to the MKZ. We also have push button start here and the button gear selection, so that's very similar to the MKZ. And overall, it's a sporty interior. It's more tuned towards sport rather than luxury, in my opinion. What do you guys think? Both these cars have a mix of hard plastics and soft touch materials, but I like the use of real, genuine wood trim here on the Lincoln. And I believe the TLX also has genuine wood trim. I like the wood application on the TLX here. It's a very classy look to it here. So hopping inside the back seat of the Lincoln MKZ, the seat is almost all the way back, the front seat, the driver's seat. And let me show you how much room we have here. I'm a 6-foot adult and I can fit pretty decent back here. There's enough leg space. My knees are not hitting the seat. However, the headspace is a little compromised because of the panoramic sunroof. It does slightly hit my head does hit the roof slightly, but it's not a big deal. We do have heated seats back here. And overall, very comfortable seating. It's not as plush as it should be in a luxury vehicle, I think. The rear seats. They are perforated. The leather quality is okay overall. And yeah, let's go hop into the TLX and see what we have there. So moving on to the TLX's rear seat, the first thing I'm noticing is that there's a door sill here that says Acura, but on the Lincoln there's nothing. So bonus points to the TLX for the attention to detail. So let's hop into the back seat, but these back seats are just huge. They're very big and they're soft. I love the leather material they're using here. I'm not sure if it's genuine leather or fake leather, but whatever it is, it's very soft and the seat itself is very comfortable. I would say that the back seats on the TLX is a little bit more comfortable than the MKZ. The MKZ seats are a bit thin, in my opinion. These are nice and thick. So let me just hop behind here, and I feel very comfortable here. I have lots of leg space, and I have headroom as well. My head is not hitting the ceiling. So that's a plus for sure. I really like the way the front seats look on the TLX. It just looks aggressive, and I love the bolsters. It's just an aesthetically pleasing look. So now let's take a look at the seats on the MKZ. The MKZ, it goes for a classy look. The seats look very classy, but aesthetically pleasing, I would give it to the TLX. Let me know what you guys think. So driving the Acura TLX, the first thing I noticed is that there is no power tilt telescoping steering wheel, which is a surprise because this is a luxury product, or should I say a premium product. And I would expect that in a vehicle like this, but this is manual, but it's not the end of the world. But that's just something I noticed. And immediately what I'm feeling is the steering is so light and effortless. You can definitely throw this vehicle around in the corners. It's well weighed. The ride quality is smooth. You don't really feel the bumps that much. It doesn't float. It's firm yet smooth. It's very hard to describe how I feel about it. This does have Acura's legendary all-wheel drive system, and man, going into the corners, it feels great. It puts the power down very well. We do have paddle shifters here, and also there's Sport Plus, Sport Mode, and Comfort Mode. Obviously, Sport Plus holds the gears a bit longer, and yeah, it's a very aggressive vehicle, I would say, compared to the Lincoln, which is more soft, cushy. There is no adaptable suspension on this one. It's just a regular suspension. So, but still, the ride is very good, I would say. The ride quality is very good. It's not too firm, not too soft. It's very European-like, but in the best way possible. The backup camera, on the other hand, it is outdated. It's very blurry. It's not the best in resolution, but hey, at least you have a backup camera. So overall, very good driving experience. Let's go hop into the Lincoln MKZ and see how she drives. So starting the Lincoln MKZ, we have that power operated telescopic steering wheel, which is amazing. I love that. And push button gear selector, same as the TLX, but in a different location. But immediately getting off, I can feel the steering is a little bit on the heavier side. Steering is heavy and there's not that much road feel. You don't feel anything. The ride, it's very floaty. It's very floaty in a good way. And this does have the adaptable suspension. So there's sport, comfort, and normal mode. So sport mode does stiffen up the suspension, and comfort mode allows a little bit more travel for a cushy ride. But man, there's no communication in the steering wheel. I don't feel the road at all. And that can be a good thing or a bad thing depending on what you're looking for. But for me, I really don't mind it at all. Overall, the Lincoln goes for a luxurious drive with no communication of the road. It's more of an old school approach to luxury, whereas the TLX, it is a lot more sportier, and it's a lot more sportier, and it appeals to a younger audience, in my opinion. Whereas the Lincoln, it does not appeal to the younger audience. I may be a outlier there, but the Lincoln is definitely for an older demographic for sure. These two cars are extremely similar in size, price, tech, and pretty much everything else, which makes it a very difficult choice for me to choose which car. But after analyzing everything, I will choose the Lincoln MKZ. Reason why is because it comes in a hybrid variant, the exterior design and the interior really speaks to me, and it's a very rare and unique vehicle. No other vehicle looks like the MKZ, where the TLX kind of blends in with the crowd. I'm surprised that the TLX never came in a hybrid, because the Honda Accord, which shares the same platform, came in a hybrid option, so I'm very confused as to why the TLX never got a hybrid option. But in all seriousness, the TLX is built better than the MKZ. The interior materials, seats, driving experience, and engine refinement is superior to the MKZ. But For me, it just came down to the hybrid powertrain, styling, and the rarity of the car. Let me know which car you'd be choosing in the comments down below. See you all next time.